Listen, and listen well, for this is not just a story, it is a warning carried by the wind of our ancestors. Long ago, in a land with clean rivers and endless farmland, there ruled a king named Adoranki. He was crowned by the elders, blessed by the spirits, loved by the people. In those days, the king walked among his people, listened to their worries, and judged fairly. The people loved him. He ate their food. He heard their laughter. He felt their pain. The kingdom prospered, and the land was at peace. But as the years passed, something else began to rule the king's heart. Wisdom begins to leave through the back door. The king began to count, not his people, but his riches. The king raised taxes to build a grand palace, telling himself it would honor the kingdom. Then he demanded tributes from farmers, merchants, and fishermen, saying, "It is for the future. It is for protection." Yet the palace rose like a mountain of pride, while the huts of the people sank into dust. Then the sky closed its eyes. No rain fell, the soil cracked, children cried to empty pots. The people went to their king and said, "Open the storehouses, let us live." The grain was there, the yams were there, enough to save every family. But the king had sold it. He sold it to foreign traders for silver. He sold it for shining metal that cannot be eaten. The king said, "Gold will bring us more food. Money will buy more grain later." But he forgot that gold does not answer hunger. Death began to walk openly in the village. The old fell first, then the weak, then the children. Still, the king smiled at his wealth. One night, a woman with dust on her feet and fire in her eyes stood before the palace gates. She cried out, "O king, gold cannot farm the land. Silver cannot raise a child. You sit on riches, but your people are dying." The king was angry. He chased her away. That night, sleep betrayed him. In his dream, the palace melted like candle wax. The gold ran like water. The people turned their backs. The ancestors closed their eyes. When the king reached for his riches, they became ash in his hands. He woke afraid, but pride sealed his ears. The warriors left, for hungry men do not fight. The people fled, for a king who forgets his people is already dead. Thieves came, enemies followed, and when the dust settled, the king sat alone on an empty throne in a silent land. Remember this, a king is not crowned by gold. A king is crowned by his people. For a king without his people cannot be considered a king at all. If you have ears, hear this. If you have power, remember this. For wealth without people is a curse. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Power means nothing without the people.